Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm the Convalescing Soul, and I love to read from random oracle books. And if you're new here, that's kind of my thing. We are currently reading, welcome back to anybody who's been here before. I want to just say how much I really love and appreciate your likes and your comments and just your general overall support. It really does mean a lot to me, so thank you so much. We're reading from the Kuan Yin Oracle Guidebook, and we are on number 16, which is, it's a blah, 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 blah. I can't talk, tongue-tied. I think that's a real thing. I think some people have something like wrong with their tongue and they actually can't really speak well. Like the tongue-tied is actually a thing, I believe. Okay. I hope that wasn't offensive to anybody what I did. My apologies if it was. Okay, we're in number 16, Maiden Magoo. Doesn't that sound cute? 16 reduces to a 7 for all my numerology aficionados out there. This reminds me of springtime. Her basket runneth over with beautiful flowers. Let's read all about Maiden Magoo. That's not my dog. But there's a dog barking. Hopefully you don't hear it. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with the recording, unlike me banging my chair into the desk. Okay. The Maiden Magoo, goddess of spring, healing, and transformation, brings you assistance now. You are asked to honor that light can come from even the darkest beginnings, beloved one. In fact, sometimes we need to enter into the unknown parts of ourselves to find exactly what we need to grow in peace, creative self-fulfillment, and happiness. The challenge can be to trust that we will arise from this dark place again. Just as the spring always follows the winter, beloved, so too will any inner work with the shadow precede a beautiful rebirth for you. Maiden Magoo, an immortal expression of the Divine Mother of the East, now brings you a special message from the Kuan Yin. She guides you to trust that if you enter into the darkness of the unknown parts of yourself, you will emerge into light, reassembled and reborn once more. If you are going through chaos in your life because you're allowing yourself to grow, Maiden Magoo also reassures you that the order and light will emerge out of the chaos in due course. Have faith and keep going. It reminds me of Finding Nemo. When Dory's like, just keep swimming, 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 just keep going, going, going. In order to grow spiritually, there are times when we simply must delve within and find our shadow. It is easier to perceive the effect of the shadow than the shadow itself. The effect of the shadow is judgment, positive or negative, of another that we do not think is related to us personally. We may mightily admire or despise characteristics or traits in another, and yet, when such judgments arise, it is a part of us that is seeking to be integrated and expressed, trying to get our attention through our judgment. Noticing our judgment of others is the quickest way to get in touch with the shadow self, trying to grow and heal into our conscious awareness so that we can become more whole, empowered, and divinely delicious as we were always meant to be. This is especially so if you have pulled the Veil of the Shadows card as well as Maiden Magoo. Since we're not technically pulling cards, I'm going in chronological order. We can just ignore that part. But actually that paragraph reminded me of, sometimes we get triggered by things. Things other people may say or do. And, they say, and it's true, very rarely is it about the other person. Like, it is almost always, if not always, about us. Correct? And so, to really look at those triggers as an opportunity, or like a litmus test, like, oh, okay, I'm feeling triggered, so that means something's happening, something's going on inside me. So what is it, whatever is being said or done or seen that I'm kind of feeling judgy about or irritated about, and I look inside myself and I ask, why is it making me, have this reaction, have this thought? What is it about inside of me? Because that's really what it's about, right? The self-healing that has to happen. Because we're all sovereign beings, right? We're all free to do, think, and be whatever we want. So they have that right as much as we do. And if that's bothering us, we need to ask ourselves why. We just need to worry about ourselves, basically. Anyways, enough of my ranting. Okay. Your judgment might be a strong reaction to a person who seems to be self-centered or self-obsessed. The shadow in the self trying to communicate with you through this judgment might be the part of your own consciousness that wishes to be more supportive of the self. It will no longer allow you to put yourself behind others, but instead encourage you to express yourself and take up your space with presence. Admiring a great talent in another with strong reaction or judgment, positive or negative, might be a part of your own psyche, wishing to grow and express itself with similar confidence and freedom too. That's just what I was saying, except I think the book said it better. It can be extremely surprising exactly how many wonders are hiding in the parts of us that we are yet to know consciously. Sometimes there's anger, fear, jealousy, or shame wrapped around those little hidden parts of self. If we can be kind, allow the feelings to come up and to pass without fearing them, then eventually the beauty underneath will reveal itself too. You are being guided by Mother Divine Kuan Yin through the Maiden Magoo. I love that. The Maiden Magoo, to realize that there is a part of you within that is trying to emerge. You may have judgments of others on one issue or trait that seems to be more repetitive or noticeable of late. You are guided to sense what beauty within you could be underneath these judgments, trying to make its way into your conscious awareness, bringing you more of yourself to enjoy and share with the world. Be patient and open-minded as you wait for your intuition to help you realize what is growing within you, triggering your judgment of another. If it is anger you see in others, it will be strength growing in you. If it is manipulation you see in others, it will be a desire to be direct and your own needs within you that is growing. The shadow holds great beauty within, beloved, and there's no need to fear it. Maiden Magoo's special blessing to you is to realize that you will soon enter the spring of rebirth with this process. Entering into the shadow self can feel like going into spiritual winter. It can feel dark and alone, delving into the parts of us that we might prefer not to look at too closely. Allow the process that is happening for you to bring more of you to light. Don't be scared. You might not have been ready to see yourself as an empowered, spiritual, musical, creative, healthier and talented being in the past. And yet, now you are more ready for this. So embrace it. Have trust in beloved Kuan Yin that these energies only seek expression when the psyche is ready for it. This card is also an indicator that if you have been working on a project, whether it be self-healing or shadow work, or a creative project, or looking to work with children, rebirthing, or creative endeavors more generally, the time is fast approaching when this will come together as a new reality for you. Here is our healing with Maiden Magoo. Close your eyes and sit comfortably. Imagine that you sit with beautiful spring goddess Magoo, Maiden Magoo, with her basket of fresh blossoms falling all around you. It is a beautiful, temperate spring day, and you are in a sacred field of blossoms. She gestures ahead, and you sense a figure approaching. It is you, but a future you, more whole and complete, with a message for you from your highest possible future. Let this part of you speak to you, bring you love and any guidance that is helpful for you to hear now. You might not hear the words, in which case, just look for the love in your eyes reflected back to you. Or even imagine that the future you and the current you can touch each other's hearts, gently resting your hand on each other's chests. Maiden Magoo sprinkles blossoms around you both. And when you are ready, you follow the breath and come back into your body, into the here and now. Sit for a few moments peacefully without thinking, and when you are ready, open your eyes. Here's the spring healing prayer of Kuan Yin and Maiden Magoo. Beloved Kuan Yin and Spring Goddess Maiden Magoo, thank you for your unconditionally loving help now. I ask to be helped in knowing myself more fully and allowing that part of me is seeking expression now. Excuse my tummy. Can you hear it? It's grumbling. Somebody's hungry. Okay. To emerge in a conscious, loving, and empowering way, may I know and live all of myself, beloved ones. May my life be filled with light, energy, and warmth, like springtime after the winter. For the highest good of all, Om Mani Padme Hum. I was just talking to someone about how much I love the spring. Oh gosh, sorry, I keep banging the table. Especially seeing like all the little like baby animals. Like I was driving and I had to stop my car because there was like a mama duck and like a little trail of all of her little ducklings behind her, like crossing the road. It was so sweet. Anyways, spring is a wonderful time. A time of rebirth, right? A time of renewal. Yeah. Anyways, whenever you watch this, rebirth is possible, right? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being patient with whatever happens here, whatever I have going on. If I was more techie, I probably, would be able to like edit these instead of just put them out, but it is what it is, right? One day maybe I'll have those skills. Again, thank you for being here and much love and many blessings to you. Bye.